G'day everyone, my name is Brad Babadidi and you're watching Aussie News. Big news coming out of Basingstoke today. I can't do the accent. Big news coming out of Basingstoke today. Big news coming out of Basingstoke Town Football Club today as former man. Big news coming out of Basingstoke football manager today. What the fuck am I talking about? Benedict Cumberbatch. Big news coming out of Basingstoke Football Club today as they have announced that, fucking, what is his name? It's fucking Ian Brownlee. Okay. Right. Words. I'm rusty. I'm rusty. Stan Brownlee, for fuck's sake. Okay. Breaking news today is that Basingstoke Town have parted company with their manager Dan Brownlee. Apparently, and we cannot confirm or deny these rumours, but he was found stealing all the cheese slices from the burger van. Obviously a sackable offence, but there's legal proceedings, so we can't really talk about it. But in a surprise news from Basingstoke Town is that they've announced Loki Doki as the new interim manager. Now, we've had a history with Loki Doki on here a few years ago. He was managing Brisbane Roar. It didn't go well for him. Let's be honest. The accent's going. It didn't go well for him. Let's be honest. Oh, it's gone. Just go with it. So, breaking news today is... Breaking news today as Basingstoke Town manager... Breaking news today is Basingstoke Town manager Dan Brownlee. Is it fucking Dan? It's fucking Dan. Why do I keep saying Ian? Okay. Breaking news today is that Basingstoke Town Football Manager Club... What the fuck even is that? Breaking news today is that Basingstoke Town Football Club have parted company with their manager Dan Brownlee due to a burger van incident. Apparently, and we can't... oh, fuck me. Breaking news today is that Dan Brownlee has been sacked as Basingstoke Town football manager. We cannot confirm or deny the rumours that he was sacked due to an infringement with sticking his cock in a cheese slice from the burger van. Burger van. Okay. Big news today is that Basingstoke Town Football Club have parted company with their manager Dan Brownlee. He was allegedly stealing cheese slices from the burger van. Now, we cannot comment on those rumours. Legal proceedings are ongoing. But his replacement is the well-known Loki Doki. We've seen him before. We've talked about him before on this program. He was once famously the manager of Brisbane Roar. And now... And now he is taking... Oh, I've lost complete control of this. Okay, I'm out of practice. What the fuck is... What's that there? Okay, you're supposed to go over there. Fucking hell. Today in shock news, Brisbane... Fucking Brisbane? Today in shock news, Basingstoke Town Football Club have parted company with their manager Dan Brownlee. Apparently, allegedly, we can't sort of go into specifics here because of legal reasons, but he was sticking his cock in a cheese slice from the burger van. Now, we cannot confirm or deny these rumours. That's just speculation coming from Twitter and his mum's Facebook page, but that's fine. Today, we are here to announce that Loki Doki is manager of the club for the foreseeable future. Now, we've spoken to Loki before. We know him. He was manager of Brisbane Roar, remember, back in the day. So we're hopeful to see him do big things. But let's face it, it's Loki Doki, so he'd probably just fuck it up somehow. That's what he does, right? Right, Sandra, are you ready with the weather? Fucking hair. Thanks, Brad. Yeah, it's really fucking hot. Back to you in the studio, Brad. Brad, have you signed the size of my titties? Look at these bad boys. It cost a lot of money. Do you want to suckle on them later? Beautiful. Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome, welcome, one and all. It's good to be home. How I have missed you dearly, both YouTube and you at home, especially you, Dave. You know, the one with the smaller left testicle. I've missed you the most. Right, but the rest of you are all right as well. Right, welcome, my friends, to Basingstoke Town, our new save. Firstly, about the intro. So I plan to do, you know, like my standard Aussie news intro, and haven't had to record a skit for a while, a little bit out of practice. And when I was watching the clip back of how terrible I was, I thought that was just funnier than anything I could actually make on purpose. So I thought I'd give you the whole thing instead. You still got the point. But I thought that was hilarious. So I hope you enjoyed that. My little sort of small descent into madness. First things first, before we get going, as a massive part of this save, where are we? Buttons. The serious point of this save is we have a lot of fun, but also we raise a load of money for a very important cause, and that is Basingstoke Town Football Club. There's a video, if you haven't watched it, my previous video, if you want to learn about the history of the club, just a basic idea. If there's any lawyers watching, can't say it all was 100% fact, but it was as much knowledge as I had, and it was the best I could do. But there's lots of links that you can go and search for more information on it yourself. Basically, Basingstoke Town got screwed over by an owner, lost their ground, scrapping to survive, playing on currently a rented field in Winchester. They're planning to move to an FA field nearer Basingstoke, and they're struggling like a lot of lower league teams are. So as part of this thing, I wanted to raise £5,000, or as much money as possible to support the club. With every penny that goes from just giving goes straight to the club. So I posted that video on Friday, and as you can see, it's already over £4,000, which is amazing, ridiculously amazing. And obviously I completely underestimated how incredibly generous you guys, I should know by now, but I completely underestimated it. So I'm now moving the goal. Obviously the idea is to raise as much money as humanly possible. If we can raise 20 grand, that's grand. But I've upped the target to 10 grand, because this is going to be a long-term save and everything. Just so you know, any donation of £50 or more makes you put into a regen pool of players, meaning that through the youth intake, if we get any 4-star or 4-star above potential players, we're going to pick from those people. It will be the name that you use to donate, so be careful when you're donating. And also, anyone that donates will be put into a raffle prize. We're going to give some prizes throughout the saves. A couple of little things as well. The skits and stuff, before I sort of front-loaded all my series, and then I end up running out of ideas for skits. So I'm just going to sort of drop the odd one in here and there and keep it going throughout the series, just keep it fun and interesting, hopefully. But again, thank you to everyone that's donated so far. If we can raise as much, if you've got just even a quid, like if everybody watched this video did a quid, it would be a massive amount for this club. Every penny counts for this club. It's basically kept alive by the supporters at the moment. They've got a much better board of directors, and everybody working from the club is working in the right direction. I did lots of research and talking to the club before even choosing this club. It's a serious decision. It's a lot of money to raise. So if you've got a quid or a few quid spare, that would be fantastic. The links will all be in the description below and stuff like that. And if you want to support me personally, there's a link to my Patreon. If you want to help support what I do here and do for a living and all that sort of good stuff, you can find it in the links below. Thank you to everybody that's still a Patreon, even despite my sort of decently long break. I apologise if it was a little bit longer than was planned. But like I said, it was just a mental health break. I needed to just chill out for a bit, enjoy the Christmas and switch off for a bit and everything like that. But I'd be great to be back. Videos as normal, Monday to Friday, all that sort of good stuff. I haven't looked at the club, so I'm using the Tier 10 database by the FM Editor team. The link you'll be able to find in the description if you want to use it. I was going to tempted to go in and ask them to make sure Basingstoke Town was as detailed as possible and everything. But I thought, no, let's just use this database, and everybody gets it, everybody can use it and stuff like that. So I'm sorry if Basingstoke players, I know you may be watching this. I might not know who any of you are. What? I haven't memorised the team, let's just say. So some of these players might be made up because we've added players to squads. It's the best thing to do when you've got these big tier 10 to make sure everybody's got a squad. Some of them might be real. If any of the real players want to hit me up on Twitter or leave a message in the comments to say, hey, I'm real, then let me know. It's not a big squad. This is my first viewing of everything, by the way. I haven't looked at finances, haven't looked at anything like that. We've got one really good left winger, Andy Rowan. And I mean good in the... well, actually, he is quite good. He's got 14 pace. So with today's episode, we're just going to have a look at the squad, get a rough idea of what's going forward. There's one thing that I'm really, really scared about, which I'll show you in a minute. But this guy's pretty good. He can't cross, so he's a winger. He's an inverted winger. Let's go with that, yeah. But you still kind of need to cross a little bit there, buddy. Can't make a decision and is legally blind. But he can run really fast. That's good. Have we got goalkeepers? Ooh, we've got Julian Schwarzer, an Aussie goalkeeper that looks like a decent amount of potential. He looks like he's 12 years old, but we'll take that. Okay, decent handling, reflexes. At this level, it's hard to... remember, we're level 8 in the pyramid. We are in the pitching in Southern League Division 1 South. Catchy. We need to do a bit of work in the transfer window. Let's have a look at the finances. As 11 grand in the bank, 0 transfer budget, and we're spending all our wages, which is actually quite high. What's our projection? Oh, it's absolutely scarily bad. Cup run, anybody? Liverpool away, 3rd round? Okay. So, let's just get to the scary thing. They expect us to win the league. Now, I'm going to say this now. I could turn off no sacking, but I'd never play with that on, right? There's always got to be the potential of the sack. This might take a couple of attempts. Right? I'm just saying this now so we're all clear. We might go through half a season and get sacked and have to start again. I'm not going to sort of save scum, but if we get sacked, we'll start again. Okay? This is the season we need to... once we get promoted, they'll probably expect much less next season. You know, look, build on promotion. That's easy. This season is going to be a nightmare. Okay? We can all agree. I don't know what the season preview says. We're 10th favourites. That doesn't bode well. Oh, shit. Why are we favourites? Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. That's... I'm not using this tactic. I'm just clicking it to get rid of it. Okay. That's fine. We'll have that. Okay. We'll go to club info. Do we have any affiliates? First thing I always do. We've got Reading. All right, we'll have a look through their under-18s in a bit and stuff and see if we can pitch a few. We've got no loanies, so that's what we're going to have to rely on. You look terrible. Let's have a look at... do we have a youth system? Be some good youth. Be some good youth. Just give us a couple of juicy... give us a couple of juicy boys, was what I was about to say. That's not ideal thing to say. Should we just have it under 18s, right? Okay. Any good? Okay, wow. Okay, so there's potential. There's potential. So I'll start renaming the regens when we get our first youth intake in March or whatever like that. I'll go through some of these guys, but actually 5 finishing striker. That's the stuff. Mike Littlejohn. Okay. We've got an Italian. Okay. A couple of Irish, Scottish. A St. Kitts and Nevis. Oh, of course, I should have got that. So we don't have a reserve team. We've just got that. That's fine. But they might be bench fillers. That might give us a bit of filler on the bench, and maybe we can get rid of some. I'm assuming a lot of these players have already just been bought in. So this guy's our star wage earner, Simon. Simon, if you look like a real player, Simon. You're stealing a living, aren't you? A little bit. Like, you've got a little bit of pace. But, Simon, really? 375 quid a week? You might be a Basingstoke legend. Maybe legend stretching it. You might be a former player. But, yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that wage. And we technically can get rid of him to cut down on the wages. Where's all our wages going then? If we're spending $4,000, quick math, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, about $2,000. Spending $4,000. What's our staff like? Oh, we have a full staff. Good staff. Okay, well, that's good then. Okay, so we're not paying that much in wages, but we're spending all our money. So, God help us all. We have plenty of people that can play centre-back and left-back. We've got a couple of greys. You know you've got a team when you've got a couple of grey players in there. Lewis Hayden's out of contract, and he's not bad, but we won't give him a new contract. We'll just, until somebody comes in for him. We have one player that can play striker. Okay, the good news is most of these players we've looked at have a decent amount of pace. And I, personally, when I play these like real tier 8, tier 10 teams, his physicals rule everything. If you can just find good players with a good amount of pace, maybe a bit of strength, stamina, obviously, George needs to work on his strength a little bit. But if you've got some good physical attributes, that can carry you a long way, especially pace. And we've got a pacey team. So whether we play pacey sort of system or we play a counter-attacking system, we've got a couple of good youngsters. Like, he's not, okay, technically needs a tiny bit of work. Physically okay, he's got good determination as well. What we could do is like a youth player that we can sell for $100,000 and keep us afloat for a season or two. Like, this player is dog turd. I'm wary that some of these players exist in real life that are watching this video. I apologise in advance. Sam, if you're real, I apologise. Let's just... How much wages is he on? 8 quid. Let's just see if we can get it paid. We really got to be careful with money this season. Because, like, he doesn't... We've got better youth players than him, so... He's 22, though. Did we not just get rid of him? Unless he's just joined. He's only just existed. Okay. So, what competitions? We've got the FA Cup. We've got the Build Base FA Trophy and the Southern League Cup. Cups are going to, even the smaller ones, are going to be important just to get an extra little bit of money. Obviously, the FA Cup is going to be absolute king. Obviously, we're not expected to get to third round, but even if we can get to that sort of first round area, make a few grand. We're playing on the 1st of the 8th against Lark Hall in our first game of the season. Okay, we could just try and poach as many players from our rivals as humanly possible. I think that. But we need to get rid of wages. Simon Dunn. What do you reckon? Comments. What do you reckon? Do we try and sell this guy? That's a lot of wages. Realistically, that's 2 or 3 players we could bring in for his money. We can get loanies. I think loanies is going to be key. I think we need a loan, maybe right back. Definitely striker. If we can get a loan striker, I'm thinking Balotelli, then I think that would really help. I think with 3 or 4 loanies, that would fill most of the gaps in the squad. So potentially we keep pretty much what we've got and add 4 loanies. If we want to do a bit more manoeuvring, we're going to need to free up some wages, so we might need to get rid of these overpaid players that we're looking at. Let's have a quick look at dynamics. A worrying lack of cohesion. I guess a lot of them have probably just played. With a vision and reactions to events unfolding when playing. Okay, yeah. We know why this is happening. We've got no team leaders, but we have the support Oh, he's also the captain. Sorry, mate. You know, but financial restrictions. I bet Simon, if you're watching this, he's probably thinking, hey, I don't earn 375 quid a week. If only. Okay, we've got a full-back with good physicals. We've got lots of good physicals on this team. I think if we just continue that, we could really do with a leader, somebody with a bit of experience. What's your leadership? 8. Work rate 9. It's not terrible, but it's not ideal. But we've got left wingers. We've got no right wingers. We've got no strikers other than George, but he's more of a sort of cover player in a bunch of positions. Got pace. Might actually be a better right winger, to be honest. Might be looking at a 4-4-2, although Rowan can't cross. But with the pace, I think he'll easily make up for that. He's absolutely rapid, so I think that'll be fine. We've got a couple of good goalkeepers. We've got some half decent, only 7 jumping reach. He's 5'9". He's more of a left back, isn't he? Really. Ben Jefford. We've got Daryl Wallace. Wow. He's got some interesting attributes. Okay, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast in certain areas. He's got 4 strength, but 6'3", 4 strength. You build some muscle, dude. Jeez. And then Arnsworth, who's also centre-back, can't tackle. Okay, a centre-back that can't tackle and has 0 strength, but he can jump and he can head and he stands in the right spot and he does the right thing. If he can, you know, achieve what he's trying to achieve. Still pretty good, though. We'll take that. Okay, right. Nice little intro episode. Relax myself back into YouTube. Again, thank you very much for everybody that supports me, both through this Just Giving campaign for the club and my Patreon. You are superstars. I haven't updated the Patreon for ages. I apologise. I'll do all the shouts out probably at the weekend. Maybe a separate video because there's probably a lot of names. I might just read every Patreon out because you all deserve a shout out again. So thank you very much for supporting me, for supporting Basingstoke more importantly. Thank you very much for supporting my channel and all the kind words that I had when I was on my break and stuff. I got so many messages of support. And that meant a lot to me. So thank you very much for all that. You are superstars. If you didn't know, I stream also every Monday, Wednesday and Friday on twitch.tv. Link is in the description. At the moment, we're doing the Journeyman on Football Manager. So if you want to go and check that out, please do. I love you very much. And I'll see you tomorrow for the first ever game of Basingstoke Town Football Manager Club. Thank you very much for watching. It's good to be back. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.